Hi, this is Chris Jobling, and I'm just preparing the presentation for my session on using Google Drive for lectures and so on. As part of this presentation, I've been using a facility that Google provides, another facility, which is a link shortener, goo.gl, which takes a link, a URL, and makes it into a short, easy to type version. And I'm going to demonstrate how I built the QR codes and the short URLs that I actually used in the presentation as a sort of bonus for those people who attended. So what we've got here is my presentation, and I want to insert a link in here. Let's assume I'm going to try and insert this Google community on Google Apps in Education. So in my browser, I'm just going to select that link and make a copy of it, Control C. Or edit copy if you prefer. And then I'm going to open a new tab. I'm using Chrome for this, but it would work in any browser. And we just go to goo.gl. And we get this URL shortener. I think you may have to have an account if you want to keep a record of the things you do, but I think if you don't have an account, it will just do the shortening for you as a one-off. So what we do is we do Control V to paste the URL that we've just created, and we press this shorten URL button, and that gives us this link here. And I can say Control C and go back to my presentation, and I can just let me just paste that in here as a link, and it's useful just to reselect that and say edit insert link as well to convert that into a link. And in the actual document, I made this little text box a little bit smaller so it fits nice at the bottom of the slide. So I move that over the slide. So that's my short URL. I'll demonstrate in a minute that it actually works. But another thing that Google Shortener does for you is it creates automatically a QR code. So if I press the details button here, I get this little QR code. And in addition to that, if this was a live URL, shortened URL on a website or something, Google would generate statistics on how often that link was used, who was clicking through it, and so on. So you get a lot of information about this your short URLs. Very useful if you're doing a course, perhaps where you're sharing resources and you want to see how your students are using them, or how many are using them, what kind of impact they're having. But anyway, what I want to concentrate on is this little QR code that's been generated for me over here automatically by Google. If I click on that, what you may not notice is that there's actually this is actually an image which is generated by a link. And the interesting thing about this image is that it actually has some size information. So if I change that from 150 by 150 to 300 by 300, I get a larger image, and that's the image I was using in my presentations. So again, I can copy that, Control C, and then go back to my presentation. And one thing you can do with Google Sheets is you can actually insert an image by a URL, by a link, a web link. So if I type in that web link there, I get my image preview there. I select it, and it gets put into the document as a 300 by 300 QR code. And then when I'm in presentation mode, I'll just switch this over to presentation mode for a minute. Then if I click on the link, it takes me to my to the resource that I had. And if I add a QR code, it would take me, if I photograph the QR code, it would take me to the same place. So that's how I created the short form images that I used in my presentation. I'm now going to upload this video to YouTube and embed it in the presentation as a sort of bonus, and I will provide the actual link to the YouTube video as a short code and QR code for the presentation itself. So this is in preparation for my Thursday session, as I said. Hope to see you at that session and hope to engage with you in communications afterwards as well. So see you soon. Bye.